Cloud9 versus EchoFox Map 2. Cloud9 picked Train and they won that. EchoFox picked Mirage and we are about to head over there. What are your expectations, Dan?
I kind of think that maybe EchoFox will win it because they're more. I think so. It's actually quite annoying again because I feel like Cloud9 in the last match was keeping things quite simple and keeping things quite simple. But the thing is that they had CT side, and on Train you don't have to do very much on the CT side. You just have to kind of sit there, and you can get away without playing pressure. Again, you're on the bomb site or you're not on Train, so you can just sit there and chill. And that's more or less what they did. They got a really, really good start economically speaking, and EchoFox, they kind of figured it out a little bit too late how to actually, from a strategy perspective, like where their weakness was to attack. And so Cloud9 kind of won that matchup on the CT side. They got 10 rounds there, which was really good. And going into Mirage, unless they get the CT side, and we had like a similar story where they're able to just, EchoFox basically figure it out too late and get a bad start economically, I actually think EchoFox might actually win it just because I feel like they are probably going to be able to play a more complex game. I think Mo's going to have more opportunity to actually do stuff. And I think that's a big key, is that Mo on Train, we've seen it multiple times before. He can have big rounds, but he's not consistently showing up for the team. But when he does, he's going to be able to open up the maps and really allow the other players to actually get going. And because of course Cloud9 have a stand-in, he's played quite well, Irukandji, but I feel like there's definitely a clear difference in skill. He's definitely not of the level, obviously, of his teammates, and he's standing in. So yeah, that should be exploitable.
He used to play with for Mana Jumas with Shroud and Desi, I think somebody tweeted me. So I do actually remember the Mana Jumas team vaguely. So yeah, that does ring a bell, definitely. So we should be getting into things now. So I think we're both expecting a 3-mapper here between these two teams. Again, I believe it's Cobblestone, which is the last game, but we'll see. I mean, in so many of the EchoFox matches that we've seen so far, not always with this lineup, because obviously Roca is a new addition, although he has been subbing recently. They have scraped wins 16-14 and so on. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, while it's their map pick, there's no real guarantee that they're going to have a solid performance and win it by a good margin. So Cloud9 could still take it 2-0.
There is always a degree of variance, especially again, you got a stand in one team and then still a new lineup on another team. So there's just going to be variance there. It's just not, you're just not going to be able to predict what's going to happen. So we could see a really good game from Cloud9. They could have a really, they could get a great start on their T side and get a lot of rounds, or they couldn't. And then it's just, there's no way to predict this. I'm just going to go with that. So let's just let the game speak for itself as we have kicked things off here with the pistol round. And let's assess. And actually, EchoFox going for aggression in Palace, which is actually quite interesting because I would say a lot of teams wouldn't necessarily put Ts in Palace if they were going A. But in Europe, actually, Palace pushes in buy versus bite is very, very common. And now there's two players in Palace for the CTs. And the funny thing is, if they actually let the Ts take the site, it might get quite awkward for the Ts, in fact.
Yeah, I mean, well, they've shown that they're there now. But if they hadn't, then in the retake, that would have been super powerful, and they would have been much less places for the Ts to hide once the smokes have disappeared. But there we go. One's gone down, but there is still another player in Palace, and Roca starting the offense here. Shroud is trying to do what he can. A to Z has gone down, and Mo's gone down as well. The knife's coming out. That's going to give Shroud a free kill onto Roca. So he's got himself a 3K, looking to finish off Rix now, who doesn't have a kit, coming in to force the aggression, and he will take the round for his team. The late emergence from Palace pays off.
So yeah, so the thing there that's actually quite funny is they did the oldest trick in the book kind of thing where you hide two people in one spot and then one guy shows, he peeks from that spot and then you kill him and then you think that spot's safe, and then Rix, meanwhile, sneakily hides in Palace. And they didn't know about it. And then once they'd actually set up post plant, Rix pops out, kills the guy on Tetris, and then it's all of a sudden chaos. Imagine that situation. It being imagine yourself in the mind of the Ts there, where all of a sudden a guy just pops up, gets a kill from behind, and all of a sudden your positions are no longer good because of that guy. So
even if somebody says Palace, you'll be like, I killed Palace. There's another one, Palace.
Yeah, you set up assuming it's going to be safe. It's madness. It's madness. But they have to defend against the pistols, James, and we have all seen the kind of havoc that can occur on the anti-ecos. So let's not take this for granted, especially considering that the CTs are sort of gravitating away from the A site, kind of playing retake on it, which is okay, but you need someone at the ticket area, and they are thankfully putting Rix there now. Because you don't really want to allow it. You can absolutely afford not to let a plant go down, and it can still be safe, I think, as a CT's in this position. But how much money will A2Z make? A2Z, James, because I'm not American.
Indeed.
I hear lots of Brits saying Z, and I want to slap them. I think sometimes Henry may say it. I want to say Henry.
Henry says all kinds of things which are completely ridiculous, like Navi.
Yeah, that's also really weird. Machine does that too, actually, I've noticed. Maybe you got it from Henry.
Probably did.
Henry is the source of all evil and misdeeds.
Yeah, he'd be saying 0 plays 1 now.
Ooh! Oh, that is meaty.
Another one, Dan. Another one. He's got 2.
He's Shroud, after all. That's what he does. That's what he do. That's what he do.
3.
That's what he do, James.
How many more coming? And now, like, Skadoodle has maimed Roca, so Shroud could be on an ace here if he keeps this up.
Shroud is just eviscerating everyone with this Deagle, man.
That, you did mention the pistols, Dan, and Shroud is wrecking people
Pistol
in
God.
1080p high definition. Unless he's changed his res, I do believe he's a 1080p-er. Which makes it even sicker. So Roca alone versus nothing, no kit to be had. And again, we mentioned this, I think in Europe, when it's 1 versus 1, the CT's almost never diffusing on the first attempt at the moment. And the T's are almost never peaking on the first attempt, which is why the CT should just go for the defuse. The hero defuse, Dan.
Well, the funny thing is that nothing in that spot. Again, like all you have to do is you hit the defuse and you count to 3 seconds and you peek, like, because you want to kill as much time, because if they're faking it, you want to kill as much time as possible. Then you peek, you just shoulder just enough, and you see, and then you react. And nothing actually gambled. Because nothing
Yeah, well,
actually
you can get killed doing that.
Well, nothing would have lost against a hold there. So basically, yeah.
Well, that's the way it goes.
So he didn't play it the safe way that I was describing there, but it worked out for him. And
well, there is no safe way to play it. If you peek, you might get shot.
yeah, but obviously, like,
It's the rotating meta.
you're not trying to shoot; you're just trying to shoulder it, right? Obviously, you can get shot, but I'm just saying that, like, obviously that way, if he is holding, you will know about it at least. Ooh, there we go. Irukandji, let's get in there. Getting in there as well. And this is kind of crazy, isn't it? Because now Cloud9 can actually get a really solid start due to the fact that they've reset the CT economy immediately, thanks to Shroud.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do. This is what we saw Lekro do at Malmo. There's nothing you can do if someone just hits Deagle headshots like that. And here we go, some more Deagle headshots, or at least one more coming in from Sean Gares, but he can't get into a safe position as Shroud was, because Shroud was basically sniping across the map with it. So it was easier for him to retreat into cover.
So Riggs is alone now with the CZ. And we have seen 3Ks with a CZ from one magazine. Picked up an AK. And a bit of damage done. Could have got a 2-man spray down, but it will be a 0-man spray down for him. He's dead. 2-1 in favor of Cloud9. Again, they are a map up against EchoFox, having taken Train, which was the pick of Cloud9. EchoFox will be on the eco for this round. You can see Mo saving for the AWP. He is $1,000 ahead of his teammates, or 900 to his nearest teammate, Sean Grills. So no stack from the EchoFox side. They're actually taking a pretty standard formation despite it being an eco. So the 2 players over towards the B-bomb site are spread out. Mo is spotting mid. I do wonder if they will try to put something together a bit later on. I think Sean is trying to just listen in towards the apps, but also look away from any impending flashbangs. I would hope that they would stack a site. And indeed, they will do that now. So it seems that we might have 4 people going towards the A site since there was no early aggression towards B. Because obviously, if they just held formation, it'd kind of be a waste of the eco. They need to combine the forces.
I like waste, James. So
what kind of waste?
I somehow knew you were going to say that and then make it weird. Now it's weird, James. Are you happy with yourself?
I like waste. Is where it starts to be weird, Dan. Don't look at me.
That's
true.
Somewhat fair, but you compounded it, and now it's more weird. But EchoFox, they're holding tight to this stack. They're pretty committed. And here's the info. Well, that's actually not info just yet because it's just one frag, one guy hiding. It doesn't tell him too much. And I like that Stewie's using the Molotov there. So now he knows that all he has to do is look left, at the very least, clearing all these spots. And well done by Stewie. And Mo, meanwhile, picking up 2. Did Mo just by himself pick up 2 kills immediately with the USP. And now roca. He gets some frags as well.
Something Cloud9 did in Connector, they threw a Molotov into Connector, and then they threw a smoke into the Molotov.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting because that way the smoke is much higher, which means that the CTs, if the Ts chose to push short, then the CTs would literally be able to see nothing from A, because often you can see something over top of the smoke. I like the idea of that. I remember, if you remember Complexity, was it Complexity? I want to say it was Complexity. Let me think about this. You talk, I'm going to
I was just going to say, maybe I should say something.
It must have been Cloud9, but when they used to play Nuke and they had the Molotov and then smoke, which no one really understood, into the A bomb site. It reminded me of that.
Cloud9 are into the A site here, and they've got quick entry. ATZ will harass them from the ticket booth area. Ooh, the wallbangs there. But his position has been given up, and there are nades still, so he is a very dead man. And we will have Ricks here by Shadow. Was that a jumping headshot? Stewie, please. Stewie, please, please. Now it's just roca, and this buy has just been completely eliminated, it seems, by the Cloud9 side. There's actually an AWP down there by jungle. I think maybe Shroud knew. No, because he didn't know about it. I guess they don't care. They already have one. To be honest, you don't want more than one AWP on the T side of Mirage. It is, quite frankly, debilitating, I would say, because you can't really move. And Mirage, there's big spaces on Mirage, and some, some severe rotation times, or there can be. And so having 2 AWPs makes you very immobile as a team, generally speaking. And we'll see okay, so passive opening. They know that the eco's in for EchoFox. I was going to do it there, EchoFox. EchoFox. And so passive opening, no aggression. Eventually it gets like 110 or so, 115, and they'll be thinking, all right, guys, there's no early round aggression. Let's try to go for a take, get some map control, and start using their nades to clear out position towards the bomb site. But which bomb site do they choose? That's really the question mark. They haven't traversed the B apartments whatsoever, so unless they decide to do that now, which looks like they might be doing, A is going to be the call, and looks like they are actually going to go with 2 players. With the bomb 2 into B apps. Skadoodle has the bomb though, and he's AWPing, so it'd be nice to see him palm off the bomb to somebody else, but there's no one else to really palm it off to right now. The player in front of him is going to be peeking. You don't want to get the bomb to the guy that's peeking first. I mean, that's not the sensible thing to do. And Stewie, meanwhile, doing his usual information gathering. He's got the clipboard. He's going door to door with a survey, James, and nobody likes the door-to-door survey man.
He should be aware that the ninja spot, the first place you see the ninja spot is from Sandwich, actually, which is where he was being shot from, and now he's dead.
They're all dying on the site, James.
Indeed, and there are 22 seconds left, and the bomb is on the site, and it's in the middle of a crossfire, so Skadoodle is in a lot of trouble. Rick's not finding, well, it doesn't matter. He's taken Skadoodle down, picks up the AWP as well, and nothing is surely not going to... Oh, well, they've got no kill, actually, so he can do this. Oh, he goes for a nice wide peek, and Sean gets shot in the face. This is super awkward now, but the nade! That's money! NBA all day. And the round is EchoFox's. Nice.
So it's kind of weird that the way that round went, because if you go to the first 30 seconds, all right, guys, looks good. That's a good rounds. Then, I mean, because the thing is, we didn't see what happened on the B bomb site, so we actually have no idea what actually happened. Like we don't know whether they played it badly into the site or didn't use nades correctly or whatever, or if someone just got some crazy headshots, because that can happen too from the CT side. So we just don't know. So I can't even criticize. Like what I actually saw looked good.
Nades.
I don't know what happened in the end. Anyway, we will have indeed some nades into middle, so the mid take comes in from Cloud9, and the response from EchoFox to fall back due to the nade pressure will be there. The Rix is going to occupy Connector, but he's actually hidden behind the smoke in the corner. Ooh, is that... How could he see him? Was that a dirty one-way?
I don't know, maybe it was Traces.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, because he was spamming through. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Yeah, the Traces can get you killed, man.
So Skadoodle was waiting for a CT to overextend towards the B bomb site. And it seems that Cloud9 will move into the A split. There it goes. Roca goes down, but Rix has taken down nothing. The bomb is still in control of Cloud9. Got Gares going for the usual angle under the window, but a bit more passive towards short, using it well. Skadoodle can't do anything, so it is a good hold for EchoFox. Some momentum going their way, surviving the 4 plays, and they've got triple AWP stand.
Why are they doing this?
Let me see, one towards mid, one towards short, and one on CTA.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan, James, of triple up. I think it's a good way to lose rounds, personally. But okay, so let's look at it this way too, right? Cloud9 actually might get the info that there is triple ops now before they play their buy round, and if there is the element of surprise with triple ops, okay, it can work for a round.
They're eco though.
No, yeah, but they might see that there's 3 ops still. It's possible. Depends what happens on this bomb site right now. We'll have to see if all the ops are required for the retake, if there is to even be a retake required. And but obviously, if you see triple ops, you go for a set piece on A or B, or just on one of the sites. Cut them off with smokes, you get the bomb down, and you force the ops to try to retake you. And if you take aggressively, like CT spawn or something, then all of a sudden the oppers are having a really, really hard time. So that's the potential issue, is that the weakness against set pieces with proper play. But will they get that information this round? To me, that's the key thing. Where actually are all the ops? A2Z Mo. I can't see the names, James. Sorry.
Well, the push is coming into the B bomb site now from the echoing T side. They've got a smoke in the middle of the site, I think, indeed. So it's going to be a bit of an open plant here, but what can they do with it? And yes, it will be a 3 AWP, 1 M4 retake. But as I say that, everybody dies. On to the next round, 4-4.
Yeah, I don't know that they saw all the AWPs, but they will know that there's 2 at least. And usually, 2 AWPs can actually bait the same response. Because it can be really awkward, can't it, to just play picks against double AWP. That is a dangerous business, very dangerous business.
Yeah, I mean, short and mid is the general standard for 2 AWPs on the CT side of Mirage, although you can put one towards A slope, which can help towards connector as well, jumping on top of the toll booth, etc. So there can be a bit of variation. 4-4 is the score on the doors. Skadoodle looking over towards B, and Roca and Co, knowing that there is a buy coming out, we'll just change up the angles here.
Look how defensively EchoFox are playing right now. They've completely given up middle. There's no one in the short
Interestingly, with a double AWP like this, I think short's been covered by Mo, who's looking
they did
through.
drop an AWP. Okay.
Oh no, he's looking through pallets. Okay, I thought he was looking actually onto short, because you can do the boost onto bench, which can take the T's by surprise if you have a second AWP over here and you're playing passive like this. However, it doesn't leave you completely susceptible to flashbangs being thrown into the site.
Actually, they actually threw away the third AWP. I'm very happy about that. That's good.
Sensible then.
It is quite sensible, and I think that cost them money to do that too. So.
Well, they picked up the. Oh, I see what you're buying another weapon. Well, they had to buy one anyway because somebody died. So.
Right. But all right, we've got the first opening kill here. Rix goes down towards connector. That's always very difficult to deal with as the CTs, because now the T's obviously can get in there. They can triple pronged attack. And look at all the angles that A2Z was exposed to. He wanted to try to peek, but it's just too much going on. Too many players from too many spots. And you can see now Mo. Oh, these shots are very good actually. He's giving his team a chance for a retake now. They're pushing in from CT spawn, both players, teammates of Mo. Mo wins this 1v1. It would be amazing, but it's just not going to happen this time around. Shroud, good position, good shots with the AK, and now it's a 2 versus 2. Things getting interesting here, and just tapping the bomb quickly, forcing a peek. Roca is going to capitalize. Now it's going to be down to Shroud. Time is really running low right now. Sean Gares is going to go for the straight hold. Shroud needs to get the shots here. He's going to get the spray perfect, but he's not really going to connect at all, and that's going to be the round for EchoFox.
He actually looked at the AWP earlier on in that round when he took down Mo, because he was considering whether he should pick it up, but I think he was more concerned with trying to fight off potentially a trade frag situation from the CTs. But then I'm sure he would have much preferred to have the AWP in a situation where he had to stop the defuse. Wrong tool for the job, unfortunately. And the round goes to EchoFox. The hero defuse comes in. Cloud9 will continue with the AWP, and EchoFox will continue with 2 on their side, and some aggression towards Palace.
Yeah, and it's actually going to catch Stewie. That's very interesting.
There's some timings need to be learned by Mr. Stewie2K. Had his knife out.
The interesting thing is how free short is. Actually, there's a lot of teams that these days that really have a lot of defaults that just are oriented based on taking ladder room away from the CTs, pushing the players off short, because then the pressure into CPL and then connector becomes a lot easier once you have a guy in the CPL. And the way that EchoFox are playing their CT side, that should be very easy for Cloud9 to achieve with a limited amount of resources. Just smoke off CPL and connector and just in there with the pop flash. And right now it's going to be pretty tough. You can see that they don't want to just send everyone through B apartments. That's kind of the dilemma that they're faced with right now. So they're building some players in towards the middle area to see if they can get the split going on B. And you can see that already Irukandji is by the short position now, and nothing is following him. And now they're going to go for this B split. Irukandji, I think, just spotting the first player. That flash actually sending roca to the corner, but roca able to get the kill anyway. So Irukandji's push was a little bit slow. Now this is really awkward because it would have been really nice if nothing was there to trade frag with Irukandji, but nothing wanted to play the lurk here in middle to catch rotation.
Are they just running away with 20 seconds left?
There's nothing else that they can do, I guess. So
yeah, well, he can still die, and Rix has found the game, so Cloud9 are trapped.
I wonder if Cloud9 were a little bit greedy there by not sending nothing with Irukandji to get the split, because if Irukandji fails in the push there, obviously his teammates can't really get out of apps very easily. It's very hard, in fact. So you want to try to get the trade, but it seemed like nothing was. They're kind of gambling, like almost playing to win the round, where like saying that Irukandji has to do it, and if he doesn't, they kind of lose the round, sort of thing. Instead of because then if he does get in, then nothing can kill all the rotating players and stuff like that from middle. Although all of them would have rotated from CT spawn anyway, but. Yeah, always awkward to play those 4v5s, I gotta say, as a tease.
Well, we've got 3 Cloud9 players outside A, and mid is theirs for the time being. Sean can offer some trouble over towards short if he feels like it a bit later on. He's keeping an eye on connector for now. So it looks like a pretty simple split from Cloud9, although I do wonder if they will, with a minute 15 on the clock, choose to harass B a little bit and keep EchoFox wondering as to which sides it might be. roca is looking towards the B bomb site. I don't know if he's, well, B apps rather. I'm not sure if he was looking all the way down a bit earlier on. But EchoFox have reasonable positions to hold a good defense of the A site should they win their duels. A2Z having a quick look over towards Tollbooth, and I think the game might be up now for Cloud9.
Yeah, Rix with the first frag though towards the connector, and once again, it's C9 having a little bit of issue getting in there. Ooh, was that a gun barrel spotted? I believe it was. Shroud gonna finally jump across though, and there's the first frag in from Skadoodle. Quick trade coming in though. A to Z. Look at these plays here with the AWP. That was dead on. I think he must have been still with the landing inaccuracy. I think that was the reason to miss that one. As we have a 2 versus 2 brewing here onto the A bomb side. Bomb now looking to be planted here by Shroud. Open plant, and that is dangerous. roca could stop this. In he comes. There's a snap down. Both players from C9, from EchoFox winning their 1v1s. And that is another round claimed by them. 7-4 now.
After a bumpy start, this is not looking terrible for the CT side. So let's see, there's still a buy. Cloud9 can keep up the pressure as we move into the last third of the first half. The AWP will continue on to Skadoodle, who is almost top fragging for his team. 9 with 9 for nothing and 10 for Shroud. Rick's up there with 13, as is roca. So we've got 3 Cloud9 players moving over towards the A site, 2 playing CT for EchoFox, 1 playing on the site itself. There is a funky position on A in the corner of a box, the corner next to where Rix is, which gives you a nice headshot angle on the bricks. Seems it's going to be A with smokes. We do see various variations from varying teams. We'll see what Cloud9 has to offer. It is straight down the middle, it seems, perhaps with CT left open. Trades coming in elsewhere. Rix is staring at the smoke. What else is going on? Got Stewie flashing the blazing jungle. There's a bit of a gap in the smoke there, so Stewie has to be careful. Might get taken down without even realizing. They see him go down, and indeed he'll get shot through the smoke. Nice shot by Mo. 3 versus 3 as the fight continues to be split in half. The spray down will be in favor of Skadoodle. But the bomb is down in the middle of the site. Now we are 2-2. Mo in connector, holding an angle while Sean will reposition. So counter flash coming in. And it seems Sean is going for the longest flank NA. I wonder when he'll start running. I think he's safe to start running now as long as both Cloud9 players are in the site. Mo lucky to get away with that. Stuck in the corner now and taken down by Shroud, leaving Sean alone, starting to speed up. We'll see if Cloud9 will check T-spawn.
Yeah, it's one of those positions where it might, who knows if it'll take them too long to sort this out. Because if no one looks and Sean gets a free 1v1, then things get very, very awkward. Oh, he might just spray down both players at once, but it is Skadoodle reacting very quickly there. Barely surviving with 6 points of health, and he's going to pick up the frag, save the round for the team. And what an important round to save as well. Their money would have been, once again, you know, down the toilets, back in the doldrums for them. But indeed, it's going to be a situation where perhaps they could force an well, EchoFox really aren't going to be in eco territory just because we've got the end of the half coming up. So do all the fast pick attempt there. He's going to get denied. And triple up indeed. And perhaps actually I don't know why this triple up. I can't justify this.
Rix, if he throws a nade, is that going to give his position away? No, not really. He will take an aggressive angle around the smoke, and Shroud will shoot him straight through the smoke in the head. Seems to have a read on what Rix wants to do there, so I think he realized he was close again, and maybe he heard him prime the grenade. I'm pretty sure he did, because I saw Shroud prime a grenade in B-apps when his entire team were in B-apps earlier, and he instantly did a 180 just in case anybody was close and heard it. So he'd be ready for a reaction. So the nade's coming into the A site here, but the bomb is rotating away.
Yeah, I was going to say that because they have gained so little ground, going A actually now with 3v3 and 1 minute 15 left, big incentive to actually just go back to B. And they threw this, then they threw the smokes. And this was actually a smart idea to kind of try to fake it with the smokes. But quite risky, and here goes Shroud. It's going to be trying to cause some trouble, but wow, Irukandji got spotted in underpass there by Roca. That's an amazing...
Why is he in underpass though?
I'm not sure why he's in underpass, so they're just going straight B. Because actually it doesn't make any sense. You could have just gone for the push in A.
Either go A
with the smokes.
Or go B.
Or go B-apps and just go for it, yeah. Yeah, being in underpass is kind of strange. Shroud's in a really weird position. He'll get the first kill onto ATZ, but he's got no time to pick up the last one. But yeah, that is really weird. Because
that's quite weird, Dan. Like, that's considerably weird.
Because
it sounds like they had a change of heart.
Yeah.
But I mean, in that situation,
learn to commit, man.
That is a really bad change of heart.
Yeah, I mean,
it's because I guess
his
any
timing
direction
is way too off. Basically, that's the problem. Like they can get the kills on A, but still, like even still.
At that point, in fairness, anywhere he goes is high risk because he's alone with the bomb. So whether he goes underpass or he goes B, it's high risk. So I don't know if it actually matters that much because either way he's on his own and he could get caught in apps, he could get caught underpass. So ultimately,
but they played a fake to get rotation away from B. So like the problem is that a player is going to catch him in mid. It's kind of likely that that could happen because it's just a rotating player. Then if he dies, the bomb's cut off. As you said, they changed their mind basically because they went with the fake and then changed their mind to then send the bomb into A. But hey, didn't work out this time around.
So Skadoodle is in mid on his lonesome with the AWP. And the rest of his team, I presume, will wait for a pick to come in. He's not finding anything on short. And he went for a while because, he's looking towards the bricks. But Sean is to his left in the ladder room, which, again, as we mentioned before, seems to be the more common spot for the CTs. Well, it's becoming increasingly common, I should say, rather than the more common spot. 45 seconds left on the clock. I mean, they could wait all the way down to 20. Let's see what Skadoodle is able to do. We've got a very aggressive hold from EchoFox towards A. And Skadoodle could pull a bit of a rotation here, but Sean could spot him in connector if he starts looking through the ladder window in timely fashion.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Skadoodle can actually get this shot. Man, the peaks were so close, and if he picks up that shot, it's going to be a pretty sexy one. But in comes the push onto the B-bomb side in the end, and the T's are already overrunning things. It's actually looking like a really tough round now for EchoFox to win back. Bomb is finally planted with the 10 seconds left, and there you go. 3v3, it's now possible for EchoFox picking up that frag, but they're all coming from the shop. And oh, again, Shroud with these headshots on the Deagle again. Shroud. There's not much you can do. There's not much you can do when Shroud is hitting headshots like that with the Deagle.
Going into the last round, EchoFox have... you know what, I've been trying to think of something worse than a jumble sail buy for ages, but I just can't. Bric-a-brac, is that a thing in the US, bric-a-brac?
I don't even know what that is.
Bric-a-brac is just like, bring a pile of junk and sell it to people who are idiots.
Fair enough.
I have half this carpet, I'll give it to you for half price. Well, how can I refuse? That to me is bric-a-brac. Brick and crap. There's a very fast boost into CPL here. Irukandji is in the rear with the gear, as they say in StarCraft. But there's a blind spot in connector which Shroud has not taken yet, has not spotted, not checked. That's what I meant to say. No flash coming in either. Just going to raw peek when they're on the force buy. That's a little bit cheeky, bit sloppy as well. Nothing gets a spray down. The patience has paid off so far for the T side. Roca now. Oh, good. So Skadoodle will check, and I think a flash did come in ultimately. So good stuff by the Cloud9 side. The bomb is moving into the A site now. So you have to say that Cloud9 look good for a 7-8 in this situation, unless Sean goes absolutely nuclear with that scout.
At this point, I don't want to count anything out. I mean, I say at this point, just generally, I don't want to count anything out. But it does look like it's looking pretty safe right now. Roca was not able to pick up that killer connector, and Sean couldn't do anything really with that scout in the end. So, you know, once again, we got Shroud top fragging for the team. So, you know, he's putting in the individual performance that's required to pick up some of the rounds. And that was kind of a tumultuous first half there. I mean, we got that pistol victory from EchoFox and the immediate force buy win because of Shroud. What did he get? Like 3 super long range 1Ds. And then you've got this huge string of rounds by EchoFox where they bring themselves back into the game. It's super close between these two teams. I don't really know how you can predict this one. I think Cloud9 should have a better chance on the CT side, and I think they've given themselves enough rounds because I think their individual skills are going to be able to show much more on the CT side as it did on Train.
Yeah, I mean, Mo had some nice spots there, but I expect that Skadoodle will be a more apparent AWPer on the Cloud9 CT side.
Have you seen Cloud9 recently? Is Skadoodle moving around a lot on Mirage?
I have not seen enough of them recently, no. So I could not tell you about Skadoodle's play.
Because it's one of those things that changes a lot. Sometimes you'll see even AWPers that are famed to be quite dynamic. Some like JW for example.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll see them be very dynamic, moving all over the place against some teams, and then other times you'll see them actually being very static. So. And this is a great map for dynamic AWP play. I mean, you can just play the spawns. And the spawns themselves, you know, that's your own RNG generator to make it unpredictable because you yourself don't know what you're going to do until you spawn. And then you go, okay, I guess I'm going this way for the best spawn then. And yeah, and maybe we'll see some cheeky stuff like, it's always really nice when you see the B support player and the AWPer gets a good B spawn and he basically boosts the guy right in the corner. So you get that really deep peak immediately. Do you know which one I mean?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, that's always very nice.
Instead of jumping on the van and such.
Yeah, which is, you get wrecked every time if you do that. So
yeah, that's pretty cool. So a newer thing, at least for me, seeing that recently, obviously that you can go for the Palace peak as well. Try and get in there and jump and get a quick pick. So we're going to go back into the pistol now. Cloud9 around behind EchoFox as we move into the second pistol of the second map of this best of 3. So the bomb left in T-spawn at the moment. which is okay on this map. We've seen it a lot on Dust too, which I find bizarre, but it's reasonable on this map depending on what your plan is. 2 players over towards A slope for the T side, and the CTs are playing pretty close towards A, despite the range advantage they have with the USPs.
Yeah, we do have, thankfully, only a single kit. And right now, Cloud9 are just waiting, as they should. And interestingly, they're playing close positions to Slope and Palace. That's actually not very common on a pistol round because essentially, you kind of, if the ETs do push, then you give them close ranges straight away, which is kind of what they want with the Glocks because it removes your long range advantage with your USPs. And so it's kind of a surprise play, I suppose, from them, and kind of gambling that EchoFox do go for that A play and don't go into B. And now they've got a boost into window room, so they will actually set up the A play after all, it seems, getting the split in here. And it's gonna be really interesting because the guy from Shadow, I wonder if he's gonna be able to get eliminated by Rix from window. Or will Skadoodle get to Rix first? Looks like Skadoodle won't. So if Rix can get, and roca can get the guy on Shadow, the guys can come up from slope pretty easily, and they're going to spot that player. And there's a guy in Sandwich as well. It's complete madness, as always with pistol rounds. Headshots all over the place. But EchoFox has done a really good job here with that split from middle. It's worked out perfectly.
Try to free to find, and he is not going to be able to do it. So I find it really curious that Cloud9 went for the close play again.
You never see that.
Yeah.
You never see that.
Yeah. I mean, most people want to just exploit the advantages of those USPs, but they went for a close play, tried to take them by surprise, perhaps. But I mean, if you're going to do that, then you could go for a push with a flash.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you're resigning to playing close range, so.
Yeah, it's like playing close range, but allowing the EchoFox side to kind of dictate anyway.
That's the problem, is that you give up middle completely like that, and that's basically what lost in the round, is having no info on mid. And the fact that EchoFox are playing into mid. And if you do play that retake from B like most teams do, and just have like one guy ticket, maybe one guy jungle or something, then that's just so safe. You're pretty much safe. You're not gambling at all. You can always win around like that. But obviously, had they gone A with nobody in mid, then their positions are awesome, potentially. But they're going for the stack in B. And all EchoFox have to do is get the info. I'm not sure where Mo is. Okay, Mo's by connector. So Mo just has to get some info for his team. He's the guy who's expendable here. The thing about that is that you kind of don't want Mo to be the expendable player, because in some senses you want him to be able to purchase the AWP, right? You want to maintain his good economy, but if he just kills everyone with the Mac 10, that's maintaining a good economy as well.
Yep.
And they do find the stack. And they do eliminate the stack.
I don't know why roca's trying to plant the bomb at this point before the site's cleared. That is dangerous stuff. For the sake of $300, clear sites. See who play. So EchoFox with a 3-round lead, and it looks to be extended as Cloud9 will continue to be on the eco here. And Mo will continue to make his coin, make his paper, make his commodity, other things people use for money, make his cows.
I can't help you right now, James, because I also have issues with my intelligence.
All right, so 2 CTs are going to go, again, Mo charging into connector. Nobody there to flash him, though, and no self-flash, so he's going to get taken down with a 2-man push from Cloud9, which is going to get cleared up by Rix. Mo getting an assist, at least. And now the AKs will continue to charge. Shroud is holding the outside. Irukandji spots the bomb. So this is interesting. If Shroud can manage to stay alive, maybe pick something up that Mo dropped, then Irukandji could try and stop the plant from coming in, and Shroud can get to work, but he will get taken down by Rix, leaving Irukandji alone. Sean should go down. Sean will go down. roca will trade, though, before Irukandji can get back around the corner. At least his P250 will pay for itself.
Yeah, so can Cloud9 get themselves back into this one sooner than later? Irukandji bought an AWP, hoping that finds its way to Skadoodle. Actually, Skadoodle's going to pick up an AWP as well. So are they going to play? How are they going to play this one? Got Skadoodle looking to go to mid, but we got the cat smoke, which everyone knows and loves. It is a great smoke. Ooh, there is a slight gap in the bottom though. And as if they were to try to go aggressively, I think Skadoodle might actually see that. And Irukandji playing a little bit aggressively into short as well. I like that. I like that setup. And Skadoodle will likely rotate towards jungle, and Irukandji hits the shot on Mo. That's fantastic. Now, the mistake that Irukandji made previously when he gets picks like this is then he goes he gets too aggressive afterwards and gives away the advantage. If they can just play this advantage properly, then this is going to be really interesting to see how EchoFox reacts.
Oh, if he just held the angle there, Roca would have walked straight into it and he could have got himself another kill.
And this is kind of what we're talking about as well. You know, he's making a massive information play for the team, which is great. But it's a big risk too. If there was 1 or 2 players there, and let's say he just goes down, advantage is gone all of a sudden, and the B player that they have on that site is under a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So I think it's too aggressive there again, but it should work out because they should realize that they're playing into A now, EchoFox.
Yeah, I like how there was a quick move, a silent movement out of CPL because there is a player, Rix, in ladder room for the T's who is trying to, the passive angle held by Shroud's not going to pay off though. Rix is going to kill him regardless. Skadoodle going down as well. Stewie's on fire. So despite Cloud9 making the right reads and rotating to the A bomb site, they are getting wiped out here. It's nothing alone. Roca hasn't spotted him yet. Takes him down, tries to find some more frags. Not going to happen. Leaving Irukandji alone versus 3. And it seems he is not going to go for the save here. He has a good angle to stop the plant from coming in, but can't get there fast enough. Gares jumping into his direction, and he'll get shot straight in the face. That's 450 damage almost.
Oh dear. Their blind spot. Yeah, that's really weird because again, I really feel like. So, I mean, okay, so if you get a pick on a team and you're getting really late into the round, and you have forward information on one of the let's say one of the apps like Irukandji push the apps, which I think is really risky, like I said. But hey, he did it and he got that info. The set piece then becomes very likely because teams can't really risk going for picks at that point. And they lost mid presence too. So Cloud9 must have 100% known that a set piece on A was coming. They had all the info to know that. So it's quite unfortunate that they weren't then able to defend it, because if you get that knowledge as CTs, that's the best thing ever, because then you just know what's going on and you can set up perfectly.
Yeah, I think it was really unlucky that Shroud didn't get the frag onto Rix holding the passive angle, looking at CPL. Rix looking for it as well, and he just won the duel there. If he doesn't win that duel, then I don't know what happens next, but there we go. This is the situation. Cloud9 five rounds down on the eco. EchoFox playing another slow anti-eco, looking to find out where the stack is. No Mac 10 onto Mo this time. He's still on the big green gun, so they're going to have to move forward with AKs at some points. Still a few Molotovs though, so they could at least, if they were to push B, put one on the corner of the balcony, one onto the van as well, and then one off the window into Skadoodle's position. They're just left to worry about the site itself, but that would be a good start to get them out of apps.
Yeah. Cloud9 basically doing exactly the same round, more or less, as they did the previous time that they were in this spot. And this is where, EchoFox is, I would say, Sean Gares' calling power, starting to become, somewhat apparent, because he's making some good calls. Again, it's nothing too complicated, but he's making some good calls to the team, and that means again, Cloud9 do have to rely on that individual skill. And so far, we haven't seen explosive performances on this map from Cloud9 as we did on map 1. This is map 2, right?
Yes,
map 3 or something. Okay.
Map 2. Map 3 or something.
Also, or map 4, James. Is this the best of 5?
Sean's going for the hunt with the AK versus an eco, and he's given up an AK.
Okay, so 2 AKs. That is pretty legit. That's kind of sweet.
It's kind of monster.
Have many rounds have Cloud9 lost in a row? Have they actually lost 5 in a row? Life is really hard. Life is really hard on that CT side, especially. I would be very worried, actually, if I was Cloud9, because this is also a situation where they need to win this best of 3. Again, it sucks starting league. Let's realize that it's now or never when it comes to trying to take this in 2 rather than go to 3. And to be honest, if it goes to Cobblestone is a map where if you've got to stand in, life is really hard. Life is really hard on that CT side, especially. I would be very worried actually if I was Cloud9, because this is also a situation where they need to win this best of 3. Again, it sucks starting league. Let's say you start league, and then let's say 3 or 4 weeks later they get that 5th, and then they're playing great and winning all their matches. Oh, it's too late. You've already lost too many matches because you've played the start of all the leagues with essentially a stand-in. That's not a situation that they want, and obviously EchoFox is a team that Cloud9 should on paper be defeating. So they do not want this to go to a 3rd map, and it's looking like that's going to happen because I think EchoFox will take Cobblestone if it goes there.
Yeah, I think EchoFox have had cleaner executes on their T side. I mean, the Molotov into Shadow, etc., despite Cloud9 having the stack there. Again, there was a bit of unfortunate luck for Cloud9 with the CPL duel, with Shroud holding the passive angle, but still seems a general push into the site was just cleaner from EchoFox. So the team, I mean, obviously the ex-Cloud9 strategist is now on EchoFox themselves, so you would expect them to have stronger executes, and it does indeed seem that way. So yeah, I mean, 6 rounds behind are Cloud9 at the moment. They have the bye coming out now. We'll be back into the match fairly soon. So if they lose this one, then that's probably GG's, but don't want to be ones to call it too quickly, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they got the pause. They know that this is the round. This is the round coming up right now, and we saw already that they have 6 Kelnor players. They save 2 AKs anyway, so buy is not an issue in this round. And they can actually, because of the 2 AK saves, if they save one gun, if they, let's say, lose this round or whatever, because of the buy bonus and because of 2 players not buying rifles, I think they can actually have an okay buy in the following round. But then it's game over if they don't take one of the next 2 rounds. So very harrowing times here for Cloud9. How they do it, it's I really don't know. I mean, the thing is, it's hard to go for aggressions properly as well if you again don't have the routine with the team, and I don't know how Cloud9 feel. And for them also, they need Shroud. They need Shroud to turn up. They need Skadoodle to turn up. Shroud is top fragging at the moment. And maybe Stewie can do some of his classic moves, and Skadoodle missed the jump there. Ooh, this is dangerous. Oh god. Oh no, no, James.
Sniper's curse, Dan. The sniper's curse.
He thought that he was safe, and then he wasn't. He thought he was safe.
God. That's not good. That's a disaster. Well, this is a good return from Stewie and nothing, although they will lose the trades as roca takes down nothing and puts his team in a man advantage. Orp still onto Mo. Irukandji picks up the big green gun for the CT side. So many smokes, and the bomb is down in the middle of the site. Sean Gares is holding a rotation in mid, but he'll have to come and join his team soon. Irukandji gets legged by Mo, down to 18 HP. Shroud just trying to use the smoke for as long as possible, but it will soon disappear. The bomb's still down in the middle of the site, and now Shroud is alone versus 3, not for the first time. Spots roca, tries to tap him down, and now he has to look out for the trade fraggers. Mo is starting to creep, and he's on fire. Got a smoke, not willing to use it just yet, as it isn't coming into his direction. Tries to hit. Sean gets shot through the box by Mo, and it is 7-14 in favor of EchoFox.
Yeah, he was trying to play the tap hero there just because he knew that he would have to spraying or or bursting long burst is not an option. He needs to tap 3 players down immediately, and couldn't get the lucky first hit. So as I mentioned, it's actually an okay buy in the following round, and they're going to go for a mid aggression with 3 players. This hasn't really been much of a mix up from them. We haven't seen much in the way of mid aggression previously. Some teams like to do a lot. I think. Which team was it? Was it Without a Roof or Optic? Or I think it may have been even Optic that was doing a lot of mid aggression on Mirage, like very often. One team at least in NA that we casted recently, I forget. But yeah, it can be used to great effect. But the passive play here from EchoFox is providing a strong result here. roca picks up a kill in the apartments, and the mid pressure from C9. If they get impatient here, and they very realistically could, that's gonna happen. Mo's gonna get the frag, and now they're 3 against 5, and despite having the max money bonus, oh god, this is going from bad to worse. Just 2 players left now for Cloud9. It does look very, very much like we're going to Cobblestone, because EchoFox will put themselves on map points if they win this one, and there's a strong chance for them to do so. We've got nothing in Skadoodle. There's nothing going to go for the hero hold here. Show us some nothing of old. And EchoFox doing the smart thing, playing it so passively, trying to really just punish any possible aggression. And now that there's 35 seconds left, they're going to hit the site together. If they play trades, they've got so many players. They should be good to go. Nothing with the first frag, though. There's no return of damage, even. A little molly there to slow him down. He's actually going to be standing next to a player, jumping over him. And that's going to be the frag there for A2Z. And Skadoodle is dead. Skadoodle is quite dead. So EchoFox on map points. Cloud9, if they were to make the comeback here, they are going to be in for a rough ride. It's a lot of rounds to try to win back in a row. 8 in a row is what they would have to win just to get an overtime. And I don't know how likely that is from the showing we've seen so far from Cloud9. So what is the play here for Cloud9? Did they go aggressive? EchoFox have shown that they are willing to punish aggressive moves. And there's nothing, just using a smoke, using an incendio to get itself into position, but A2Z finds the timing onto Stewie. That's why playing connector is really hard and stairs. And looks like so far the Cloud9 defense is holding somewhat. It's shaky. It's a rickety ship right now. And players are falling overboard. Will the ship capsize? Or will they right it and ride through the storm here? That is EchoFox, who have been deterred from this site push towards A, but they have so much time to play with.
They have a lot of time indeed, and the fact that they are reasonably static as far as the CTs are concerned will put Shroud back over towards the B bomb site, basically weakening the defense in both areas. Well, there was nobody over towards B, so I suppose you could argue it's stronger now, but just the one person. I say just, it is Shroud after all. We'll see which way things are going to go. Rick's coming up slope, and now EchoFox are going to have the other 2 players coming in mid, so it seems it's going to be a 3-man split of the A site. Irukandji and Skadoodle to try and hold things down. I'm assuming they have a crossfire situation here. Although no, Irukandji's looking towards Palace as well as Skadoodle, who is going to be exposed now. Down he goes. So it's Shroud versus 3 once again. Was unsuccessful last time. We'll see if he's able to do it on this occasion. Mo looking towards connector. Nades flying in. He's going to get smoked off jungle. The nades will announce his position. Coming through to the site now. Nobody to engage yet. Sean Gares is blind. Caught with his, well, not with his gun out. Mo throws a nade to expose his position. I don't know why he did that. As he's stuck behind the smoke, so we can't do anything else. Shroud's going to go hunting, it seems. There's no kiss onto Shroud either, so he is in a lot of trouble right now. He has no idea where the 3rd person is. That would be Rick, since Sean's gone down. And this should be game. Indeed it will be. So we are going to go to 3 maps. The last one is going to be Cobblestone. EchoFox with a nice score on Mirage, 16-7. Both teams winning their respective picks.
There was not a single round one on the CT side. Not a single round one by Cloud9 on their CT side. Not one.
I think it was unfortunate that they got that big buy-in when EchoFox were on 13 and Skadoodle just stood in the middle of mid, and it was almost self-immolation there.
Well, it was. I mean, he just stood in the fire and died. When do you get frags like that? Let alone does that happen in professional matches where you throw a Molotov
in the middle of mid?
In the middle of mid. In the middle of it actually missed because it's supposed to go, I think, a bit further up the stairs. Because usually what that denies is you smoke off catwalk so that they can't op from windows. So then you're basically trying to kill the early timing peak from connector. So they're not supposed to be out that far. So the Molotov's not supposed to be out that far. And maybe, I mean, that's what Skadoodle probably thought as well.
Yeah.
So, but he didn't check because he was scoped, and he burned alive. That sucks.
Not a single CT round. They will definitely need at least a few on Cobblestone, which is going to be the 3rd map here on your screens very soon. We'll see you back here in a few minutes for the 3rd and final map of the entire evening. See you soon.